What is up, guys, and welcome to CentreRing. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down, an upcoming fight, but we don't know exactly when it will happen because obviously with what is going on in the world currently, everything is being pushed back and sort of an indefinite date. But the fight we will be looking at today is obviously the highly anticipated heavyweight clash between Oleksandr Usyk and Dereck Chisora. So obviously, as we know, this is going to be Usyk's second fight as a fully fledged heavyweight and his first real test on paper. Now, Chisora is, I guess we could say he's slightly below the elite level, but he's a very dangerous sort of gatekeeper level. But of course, he has his own ambitions, and if he can somehow pull out a win here, then he's got massive payday opportunities in front of him, and obviously he sets himself up to potentially fight for the WBO title, because as far as I know, this is a sort of a final eliminator for that. I mean, Usyk already has the chance to fight for it based off his exploits and his super champion status that he had as a cruiserweight. But I mean, if Chisora can win this, then he takes that spot. So in terms of breaking down the fight, what we have is the more natural big guy, heavy guy in Chisora, and the elite boxer, mover, sort of technically gifted and just a better all-round boxer, not even a fighter, but just a pure boxer in Usyk. Obviously Olympic champion, undisputed cruiserweight champion, and with his ambitions to get that same level at heavyweight. Now, I guess the key on paper to this fight is for Chisora is going to be somehow trying to get to Usyk. He's not going to outbox him. I think that's clear to everyone. Chisora is not in there to win a decision, and I think he's said so much himself. He has no chance in a pure boxing fight. To win this, he somehow needs to press Usyk and use his own advantages and force them on the more skillful fighter. Now, what does Chisora have that sort of favors him? You would probably say he has the natural power advantage, maybe sort of pure strength, and I guess natural size, and I think he's more obviously accustomed to taking those big punches from heavyweights. Now, that's not to say that Usyk has a bad chin or he's not tough, because I mean, we've never really seen Usyk hurt, and he has taken fairly sort of clean big punches from quality fighters. Of course, not fully fledged heavyweights. But I mean, basically Usyk, to win this, you would think, is going to have to just use his technical skills, his movement, his pedigree as a pure boxer to essentially control Chisora at a distance. Use that jab, obviously being a southpaw as well, that has to play in his favor, because it's that unorthodox style that is going to cause more problems for Chisora. Now, if you look at the records, obviously on paper Chisora should seemingly be no threat, because he's been through wars, he has lost to much less opposition than Usyk in the past, and it would seem that there is a clear blueprint on how to beat him. Whereas for Usyk, there is no blueprint because he hasn't been beaten, and he hasn't been even close to beaten. Although, if we do look at the Bradis fight, which was the semi-final, I believe, of the World Boxing Super Series at cruiserweight. Now, Bradis is a similar stature to Chisora. I think same height. They're both around 6'1", kind of stocky build, busy fighter, and for those who might not know, Bradis actually had a cameo at heavyweight, and he got a highlight reel knockout actually of Manuel Char, who I think still holds the regular WBA title. And yeah, I would say Bradis had probably the most success out of any Usyk opponent. And how he did that, I think, was trying to impose himself, walk onto Usyk, try and get shots off inside, making it an uncomfortable night. Now, with Chisora being naturally bigger, probably stronger, and having that heavyweight power, the natural heavyweight power, that will probably be his goal or his sort of main chances of winning. Now, for Usyk, I mean, I'm a fan of Usyk, but I'm being unbiased here. And I was underwhelmed, really, actually, with his performance against Witherspoon in his heavyweight debut. If he fights like that against Chisora, then I don't think it's as clear-cut as it would seem, because he needs to really improve on... I mean, he was getting hit by a not-so-quality opponent a bit too much. I think he suffered a cut, and he looked a bit bruised up when that should have been an easy sort of warm-up fight. But, I mean, again, he still dominated. He still got the win, obviously, but I think we can all say that we expected a bit more from him. Obviously, maybe he just didn't get accustomed to the late change of opponent. Maybe he thought it was going to be easier than it was. But regardless, I think we're going to have to see a more serious performance. I think we will see it. And I mean, yeah, in terms of a prediction, I still think that Usyk will come in peak condition, peak performance, and Chisora will put up a good fight. But I just believe that Usyk will have too much skill, too much movement, and taking into account obviously Chisora's history, all his wars. Although he is coming in great condition, probably better than early on in his career, he's taking it more seriously. That accumulation of damage and wear and tear, I think it will come to haunt him in a way. And I think he'll put up a spirited performance, obviously fighting at home. But I just fancy Usyk either a fairly comfortable decision victory, or maybe a stoppage somewhere between the 8th and 12th rounds. So yeah, guys, I mean, if you agree with my prediction or you don't agree, just drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be happy to discuss it further. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. I'm going to be uploading a lot more on this channel, obviously just starting out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, I would really appreciate if you drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.